Okay, well, we're going to roll it again here.
And before, the sound that you were using and the tone and the tune you were chiming out was very monotonous and boring, and it made
Yeah, you're right. Let's try it. Okay, take two. Anyway, my advisor on the phone here. We're going to look at the ARP Quartet here.
You idiot.
You idiot. Okay, we're going to look... What? Oh. How did you get away with talking to me like that? Anyway, we're going to use the video game taunt. ARP Quartet here, and compare it with the OR400. I took the sequential out since the OR400 we decided is very close to the same, with the minor variations in some of the enveloping and things. Notice on this one, when I kick in the strings, pretty long sustain. But listen, if I play, hear how I just kicked it and it stole some of the envelope. It's got a time-relevant analog envelope amount stealer for the previously held notes. It's very useful for certain kinds of play as long as you use it right. Also, notice this slider is so sensitive. If you don't hit it just right, it goes from long sustain to, and that seems to be characteristic on these things. I need to get the knobs on it. It has these mailbox-shaped knobs. If anybody knows where to find those, let me know. They are colored plastic mailbox-shaped knobs, like the stand-up mailbox that you stick your mail into the top of. That used to hide in on Get Smart. My chief, I saw 88 or whatever his name was, 87, what was his name? Okay. Organ. Let's compare the organ here with the reed on. So we're going to just do the Musette versus the Celeste. Well, you EQ'd it down, it would probably sound similar. A little brighter, huh? On that one. Pipe versus organ. Well, that one's got more of an effect. Now, you notice again the lights go on when anything is activated. So on the organ here, currently we can do an attack, which takes. Whoa! What happened? I got a slider there that's catching. Like that took too long. So it's got an attack envelope that's kind of scaled down to work gradually. The release is not lit, so it won't work, but we do have an organ attack, and you get some kind of similar sounds in the organ. Okay, anyway, piano I really like on this thing. Just got a really nice warm sound to it. This one sounds a little more bright for the settings in general, I think. Got the honky-tonk piano, we got the honky-tonk piano mix on those, just piano. And of course, you've got a decay lit up on this one, so the decay will work on that one. you have independent decay, attack, release, attack on the brass, and release on the piano. They all have their own slider on this thing. What I got on there? Somebody threw something at me. Anyway, on this one you have just brass attack and brilliance as independent components, and the vibrato speed and vibrato switch and brass sustain, which on the brass gives you this envelope extension there, the preset decay otherwise on the brass. So now notice you can press brass and piano at once, but on this synth, that's one thing that doesn't really do any difference together. Listen, no difference at all. And if you turn off the piano voices, you get nothing. But you do get vibrato. You get some vibrato on the piano if you have the brass enabled. So that's the catch there. It does something for you, but not what you expect. Now, just the brass has no resonance. Pretty simple brass. Useful sound there. Turn down the... There we go. Kind of like that. That would inspire something, I'm sure, for somebody. It's a very nice sound. I just like the tone quality on this thing, but you know, it's your basic divide down kind of architecture again, and limits to what you can really get voicing wise with it, but they pick some nice sounds to do there. This organ brass mix, you can hear it, but it's subtle. Pretty subtle on the brass mix with the organ, not really that useful, adds a little expression to it, but with the string, very useful. And of course, just alone the piano is really pretty nice. Really like it about as well as any analog piano I've heard. Wish I could play today, but my finger's kind of sore. Got a split end on my finger. But the tuning knob is down here. You have to use a screwdriver on it. It's stuck out on the Orchestra II renditions. And of course they don't have the pitch bend transposer thing on them. And they don't have the EQ. They don't have the flanger chorus thing going on, but the strings have their own, you know, BBD thing, and this organ Celeste has its own effect there. And that pretty much sums up the ARP Quartet, I think. Did I leave out anything out this time? I can't think of anything. So, Sound Doctor and signing off.